Hi guys, so let's now take a look and remind ourselves on just exactly what you are expected to do when it comes to the evaluate question. So as we can see with this, it is just 12 marks of the exam. So, I'd firstly say don't panic too much about it. It is a tough question. It represents like 13% of your final grade. So it isn't actually as important as say for instance the explain questions. So if you're really targeting say grade 4, grade 5, you've really got to focus on nailing those explain questions as well as the discuss question, and then you're already up to 24 marks of the entire paper. Okay, so really focus on this. However, you do want to be able to pick up some marks here, and if you're aiming for grades 7, 8, 9, it's really important that you can answer this question well, this evaluate question. So ultimately, we can see the actual breakdown of the different assessment objectives here: AO1, AO2, AO3A, the analysis, and AO3B, the evaluation. So I've just put a little description there as to what each of those actually refer to. So that gives you a pretty good grasp of what we're talking about here. Now, if we then move on to actually how to structure the answer, we can see this is what we've got to do. Provide a definition and provide that definition in context, then start with your first paragraph. ID, BLT plus MC, you need 5 strands of analysis in here, plus 2 pieces of application. Include your counter argument, and then just shorten that, so not as long as this one. ID, BLT plus another piece of application, and then your aim judgment. So answer the question, justify your answer, say what it might depend upon and what is most important for that given business. Now, a useful test in helping you to understand how good your application is if you simply change the actual brand name for Tesco for Amazon. Does your answer still make sense in terms of what you're actually saying? If that is the case and you're just literally referring to the brand name, then it means you can easily substitute these terms in and you are not actually generating application specific to that business. Now let's look at a exemplar answer for 12 out of 12 here. Okay, so this is in response to this case study here, which is about pod point. So you can have a little look at what we've got here. You can do your BMC analysis, see what points you can extract, what can you get there, which is really detailed and really relevant to the actual case example in particular there. Okay, so focus on the business, the market, as well as any case study information. Immediately looking at this, we can see, yeah, it's about charging electric cars. We can see that there's good market growth expected within this market. 20% of revenue comes from exports to Norway. So you can see you can pull out some numbers fairly easily, and those numbers are easy sources of application. Now, we've got the evaluate question here, evaluate the importance of the reliability of market research data for pod point. We can see that we've also got our structure down below here, so we can see you've got to give that definition, run through paragraph 1, which is likely to be saying, yeah, why market research and the reliability of that is so important, and then say in paragraph 2 why market research might not actually be so important. So for instance, it would mean in this case that it is specific to the actual market, which is a brand new market, of course. All right, we can also see here the answer. Now I've just broken this down into these 3 different paragraphs here. So have a little read through this. You'll want to pause this and go through this. You can see that I've highlighted where you've got 5 strands of analysis. Those are interconnected points which ultimately develop this first point that is actually made, okay, that research data must be reliable. We've got our counter argument here. Do we have more application here? And then finally, we've got our judgment. Okay, is there more application included in the judgment? So see what you actually think of that answer. You know, I don't think that's beyond most students actually to be able to produce an answer of that caliber. All right, guys, I hope that's been pretty useful for you. Thanks ever so much.